What is going on, y'all? Welcome to my first ever commentary for Monster Truck coverage. Thought I'd start doing this after World Finals, and not only do it with Monster Jam, but with the independent shows as well, namely the big name ones. Like this one, Evansville, Indiana, for the Summer Bash. Got like 20 trucks here, I believe, and this is one of the only events, I believe, that doesn't do racing, which is quite interesting. So we're gonna get to see Best Trick up here first, and Mike Nugent start things off in the Rowan Rex, and you can see it's a bit muddy out there. The track is a bit slidey, and I haven't watched this yet. Tried to go for what seemed to be a sky wheelie, and I have no idea what happened there, but there was just no air on that jump whatsoever. Mike Nugent was one of the newest additions to the 2 Extreme lineup, and he hasn't been doing that bad so far. There we go, there's that air. Tried to get a slap wheelie, didn't really work out for him. And these guys only get 2 hits, I believe. Going for those donuts, which could be really useful in the mud. And the steering wheel was out, that's nice. So now we have what looks to be Deidre Garner in the wrecker truck, and finally they bring out the good body back after they ran the horrible one last year. Nice sky wheelie from Deidre. A little slap wheelie as well. And Deidre was set to drive in Monster Jam for Stadium West earlier this year, but had other things to take care of, so John Gordon filled in her spot. Doing some nice donuts. Nice job. Wasn't too bad. Now we got Extreme King Sling. I forgot who drives this. I might need to look back at that. Not Dennis, I know that. But is it actually competing, though, is the question. Because it is just a ride truck. And I don't really know. Well, nobody's in the back seat. So it does look like it's going to compete. So that means we're going to have 2 King Slings. That's nice. Going for a popper. This will be interesting. Doesn't get it. Usual. Going to do a donut now. Nice. As that will be it. Next up is Brittany Ames. This is Crime Time. One of the most unique trucks out here. Another one of the few females that we have in the lineup. Had a wicked rollover. At last year's show over the cars, I believe. Get some nice air. You can see the tarp that is covered over the engine block. Some guys will do that to, I guess, prevent all the mud and water from leaking into that motor. How about we get some big hitters into the field finally? Now we have John Gordon, speaking of, filling in for Deidre Garner this year, is now back in his original truck, that being Bad Company. And it looks like we're about to see our first extreme move of the competition as he tries to go for a tombstone. He's tried doing this before in other events. Don't really think he quite got it all the time. So this will be interesting to see if he can actually pull it off this time. I believe he did try it in Monster Jam as well. Well, here he goes. Oh, and doesn't quite get it, and over he goes. Just rolls it over. Did a little bit too much momentum there. Tough luck for John. Now we got John Kohler, one of the second-gen drivers out of the legendary Kohler family, out of Team Scream. And he's driving Spike in this event. Nice to see that truck back after a little bit. We also have another returning Team Scream truck that we'll get to see later on. But Spike is back, which is awesome. John trying for a slap wheelie, didn't really get it. He drove Brutus at the show last year, and I believe did one of his first backflips in this show too. Goes over the crushed cars, which was nice. And that's going to be it right there. Now we got Jamie Garner, and he debuts a brand new overboard body, white, which is an interesting choice. But, I mean, still, you know, it doesn't look that bad. I just think white looks a lot more sleek than the other bodies. See what Jamie's got going on here. Also tries for a slap wheelie. Don't know what that attempt was. Just braked really hard on the ground there as soon as he landed on the ground. Now that's a good way of breaking one of your axles. Wonder if he gets to do his reverse popper shows up. I guess not this show. Tried to go for another slap where they looked like didn't get nothing out of it. And I guess a third hit was allowed. I guess for show, but that didn't really work out. And how about this brand new body out of 2 Extreme? Dan Dahlgren debuts this awesome looking shark bite body. I don't know, it's kind of tough to tell which one's my favorite, either the original design or this, because this one is way better, honestly, in my opinion. Another slap wheelie attempt yet again didn't really work out. You have to see something extreme happen here. Dan Dahlgren, he is good at these poppers here. So we might get to see our first successful popper attempt. And we will. Look at that. Dan Dahlgren putting his skills to work. Look at the rear steer even getting toggled around there. You love to see it. Nice job out of Dahlgren. That should definitely take lead in my opinion. And they don't pick winners for these shows, by the way. This is all just exhibition, but we're going to decide a winner for both of these competitions here in this instance. As now we have Dawn Cretan and Scarlet Bandit coming out. One of the most legendary female drivers to ever drive a monster truck. Of course, is the wife of two-time world champion Jim Cretan. Good to see later on. Looks like Dawn will try for a reverse popper that she does all the time. Obviously running that body that she, I believe, debuted at Evansville last year. This was the first show that she got to show off that new body. And honestly, it's grown on me for all a couple of months. I actually think it looks... And here's a sight that is very unusual to see here. Don't know why it happened, but it's happening. Yes, that is right. Aaron Basil, that is who you're seeing right now, is driving Miss Overboard on the Nightlife chassis. One of the most strangest occurrences so far for 2026. And I mean, I don't really know how to feel about this. I mean, I guess the wrecker body wouldn't fit, so they decided to put Miss Overboard on there. Does get a nice slap wheelie. But, I mean, still. This is one of the strangest things you're seeing here in the show so far. And now this right here, this is a truck that I think that Joe Foley should drive all the time. We are witnessing the return of Wrecking Crew for God knows how long it's been since we've last seen a Wrecking Crew at a monster truck show. I believe it's been 5 years at least. I mean, we don't see Wrecking Crew anymore that often in Team Scream running it, but finally we're getting to see Wrecking Crew back, and there's no better person to drive it than Joe Foley, and he gets a wicked stand-up on that ramp right there. That was awesome. Hopefully we do get to see more of Wrecking Crew, because that is an awesome truck. Now we have Daniel Ames, Culture Shock. Obviously, oh no! Try to go for a hopper. Once again, rolls the truck over. Let's have to save those rolls for later. Devin Jones, Russia room. See Devin Jones here last year. Crazy. Just for a nice little stand as well. Another 2 Extreme guy comes out with Corey Kiner, Jekyll and Hyde, and actually, I believe the last show, first Jekyll and Hyde, wow. Next week, hopefully I can see it for myself in person. Iron Man, which would be the same as well. I've always loved Jekyll and Hyde. Hopper. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, don't exactly know what happened there. Standing there. Very awesome. Alright, now we got the competition. First thing always is Jeremiah Parrish. It's nice to see King Sling and the box with this podcast. The most famous mud truck. Probably most recent ones. Nicely done. Beautiful job. You even walked it into the ramp there a little bit. So far, I think no one has come close to Dan Doggood's run. Supposed to be like that? They're hanging down. Usually means they're broken. That's a little bit weird. I don't know. That was a nice run. Now we see Prince Polar and Mayhem, obviously one of the big hitters out here tonight. Prince Polar coming off of one of the best Monster Jam season of his entire career. He was the first independent ever in Monster Jam history to finish top 3 in a stadium series. Which is awesome. And We've never seen Chris so dialed in before than he was this year. We had a killer World Finals event, awesome freestyle run that he had. Right now going for his popper. And he's holding for ages. Has brought back out the black body. It's nice. Good first attempt. And I believe his second attempt is going to be a little better than it was before. And most likely taking the lead. Again, there is no winner, but I am declaring one after best trigger. He's going to go to the same exact ramp. And if he gets this, yeah, this is definitely lead right here. I wonder what he's going to try to hold off. Gets it again, and even cleaner get off than the other attack. Walks it a little bit forward this time. Nice to see. Maybe he'll go for a slap walk combo, possibly. You never know. Nope, looks like he's going too fast for that. But 2 successful attempts. We haven't seen that yet. And that right there should be leading. Now we have Cole Bernard in the Black Pearl. He decides to keep that World Finals body. They debuted, and honestly it looks sick, and I did found out that it was AI generated most of the body, but hey, AI killed it though. I mean, body doesn't look bad. Bernard trying a little bicycle there, didn't really get anything going whatsoever. Bernard had an okay World Finals event. I wasn't going to say it's the best. Was looking to put on maybe a winning freestyle run, but ended early, obviously. This guy can go crazy, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a former Gravedigger driver. He's got that to win in his own right. Not really much going there for best pick. Because now we have Mr. Excitement coming out finally. Jim Kohler, obviously an Avenger. Trying for a popper that he never gets, ever. But Kohler kind of got it there. Not bad. Jim Kohler, that might be one of his best poppers he's ever done. Again, he goes for that move way too often and he never gets it. And kind of explains the whole entire season that Jim Kohler had for this year, as he didn't get that many wow moments that he did in 2025 last year. So this was kind of a downfall year for Jim. He's going for a popper again, and he gets it. Doesn't hold it, but he does get it, which is nice. Won't take lead though. Now we have Zach Garner, wild side, obviously winning the high jump world championship last week, now becoming a 2-time world champion, the 3rd independent driver to do so, and I would not be surprised if Zach were to be the 1st independent driver to win a 3rd world title soon enough. Goes for the tombstone, and he gets it. Almost lost it there. Little bit on one wheel there. I mean, this is Zach's specialty right here. No doubt about it. One of the most technical drivers in this field tonight. And you can just see it right there. The perfect balance that he has. Barely moving inches with that truck. See him toggling the rear steer as well. Get a slap walk? I thought that was what he was going for a little bit. He actually might. Nope, just sets it down. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a slap walk though in this event. Maybe we'll see it in the second show. I have no idea. But that was only Zach's first attempt. He's still got one more to go. And Mayhem right now is my leader, but I would not be surprised if Zach does something else that is probably going to put him jumping to the lead. He's going to go on top of that big ramp, and he gets a little popper off of that, which is nice. Or a stoppie, I guess, because there really is no lip to pop it off. Walks it up top the ramp. Tried to go for a combo, did not get it, but still got a nice move out of it. Here's Jimmy Creighton, another two-time world champion and bounty hunter. Gets a beautiful slap wheelie. He's one of the best drivers to do a slap wheelie, of course. And he's also been improving his game recently. I mean, he's getting really good at his skills moves as the shows go by. And we're probably, I mean, I've said it with Jim Kohler as well, but probably close to seeing the final years of Jim Creighton's career. So now goes for a popper. And see, he's been getting really good at these as well. Nice job from Creighton. In this one-of-a-kind chassis that he built 8 years ago. Didn't really like it at first when I saw it. Now it's kind of grown on me. Nice job from Creighton. Let the bounty hunter go. Nice job. Nice job from Creighton. And looks like we got freestyle, so best trick is over. Honestly, I'd have to give Wildside the skills win in my opinion. But starting things off, Mike Nugent and Roaring Rex starts off with some nice air. I think we're gonna go off the same order of trucks that came out as that's how they did it last year as well. And so yeah, like I said, this is the only independent show where no racing is involved, although they did do it when they first started doing the shows here at Evansville. For some reason they don't. I think they should bring it back. I mean, I guess though, with how many trucks that you have here, if you're having 20 trucks at this show, I mean, it's kind of really hard to do racing, I guess. Nice air over the crushed cars. And again, I do plan on doing more of these commentaries. This is obviously the first one ever, so y'all gotta let me know how I do, and maybe even leave some suggestions in the comments of what events that I should commentate as well. Nice donuts from Nugent. Rear steer was kind of messing around there, and that's already it. Okay. Here's Deidre Garner, the wrecker. Get to see those flashing orange lights on the top there. Again, I don't know why they didn't bring this wrecker body out. And they just brought out that plain old red one from last year, which I hated so much. Thank God they didn't bring that body back. And yeah, again, leave your suggestions below of what other events I should possibly do. Like, maybe retro events, honestly. That would be cool to do, honestly. Just getting some nice air so far. I guess showing off a little skill that she never really did at Monster Jam. Beautiful big air to a slap wheelie. Again, she had to take time off. She couldn't compete this year in 2026, but we see her in 2027, which might be possible. I'm excited to see what she's got. I do see the truck smoking a little bit from the underside. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it is growing by the second. Nice little donuts, and that will be it. And we are going to see her compete in Freestyle Mania in the next month or so that will be exciting as well. Here's the Extreme King Sling. Again, I don't know who drives this. I need to look at that right now. Little sparks coming off the front. Interesting. Probably good to see it. I think it's right here. interesting though that we get to see 2 King Sling trucks for this show actually competing as well. I believe that's like the first time, you know, that I don't really get to see, you know, 2 of the same trucks in an independent show competing. So that is a little bit of a phenomena that really not really get to see. Nice donuts. I need donuts as well. Again, I see some sparks coming off of what looks to be the front of the truck. I have no clue what that's about. That will be it. Okay, who's driving? Oh, Cliff Thomas. Cliff Thomas? Seriously? Alright. Brittany Ames comes out now. Prime time. Also got the siren lights flashing. See what she's got here. Again, had that wicked rollover last year in the freestyle competition. Wondering to see what she does this time. I really thought, you know, with a truck like this, you know, she might take it easy for these freestyles, but I'm clearly wrong because she doesn't care if she's sending that truck off that first hill. Does the same thing with the second. That chassis does look fragile though. Kind of hate that guy sitting next to the pole there. Oh, look at that! Over the crush cars, kind of nosedives it on the front there. And credit for this video that I'm using right now, that goes to Monster Truck Media. This nice, high quality video. Recommend you guys go check them out. Let's bring some great quality footage of monster truck shows across the country. That will be nice. It's good prime time. I don't really know where she's going here. No way! Brittany Ames is about to go for the backflip? Seriously? No way! Prime time is going for a backflip, and she lands it! Alright! Beautiful! Landed it on the nose, but it doesn't matter. She landed that, which I was not expecting at all. That was her first backflip, I think, ever. So congratulations. Killed that. Alright, well, let's see what John Gordon can do following up that run. Bad company. John Gordon, again, was never really set to compete for 2026, but with how things were going on with Diesel Gunner and whatnot, he had to step in and drive Megalodon for the season, and honestly, he did really good. He got a couple of racing wins as well, and even got that overall win in Glendale. Nice slap, really. He did get close to the barriers, though. He has to back up. Yeah, overall, he had a very solid season, and really hoping that he does come back in 2027. And John Gordon's about to go for the back right away. John Gordon, oh, Spurts came off of the back, sticks it on the tailgate, just sets it there, and it eventually comes down. Oh my goodness. What sure are we witnessing it out of nowhere? John Gordon's spike is crazy with this person. This might honestly be one of the best shows that Evansville is witnessing right now. John Gordon, big air right. Get to see the first team screen truck after the night. Excited for that. We got Spike coming back after about, what, 2 years? Big air again over the crush cars. And I wouldn't be surprised as well, you know, in the future, soon enough, if John Kohler does happen to come to Monster Jam soon enough, because I would love to see this guy compete here in Monster Jam. Going for a little popper mid-run. You love to see it. And this time he gets it. Nicely done. Now will he go for the backflip? His truck is smoking a lot as well, you can see from that. I believe he did his first backflip here as well. That was last year with Brutus. I could be wrong about that though. But the first backflip I did see from him was here. And, well, what do you know? He's going for it again. Spike about to go for a backflip. Lands it perfectly. That was easy by far. Did see some sparks, but I think that's just the chassis grinding on that controller. And that'll be it. Nice run. Now we got Jamie Garner overboard. Hard to tell who's going to lead, to be honest. 3 backflips in a row. All of them landed it. Spike might be leading, honestly, with how the momentum goes, but it's between Spike and Bad Company right now with the lead. Crime Time I could put in that conversation, but he just didn't have the momentum that both Johns did. John and John. Jamie parading around the premises right now, hyping up the fans. He's about to send it off of the big jump that's set around here. First freestyle for this brand new white overboard body. Let's see how it does. We got a little bit to the right there with that jump. And I'd also like to just point a real quick disclaimer out here. If you see breaks or cuts in the video, that's just me skipping out ads that pop up. That's all that is. So don't be surprised if you do see random cuts in this video. Jamie kind of taking it slow right now. I'm not used to seeing Jamie going this slow. Another successful year that he had this year. Well, not really, but another El Toro Loco season in the books for him. Finished 11th on his series. Not that great, but at least it wasn't last. And obviously was the person that brought back the black body that everyone was destined that it will come back someday. That Monster Jam would recognize it, and they finally gave the green light for Jamie Garner to show it off, and it looked amazing the first time I saw it. It was awesome. Nice air over the crush cars. And eventually Armando got the run in. Oh boy, big puff of smoke in the back of overboard. Yeah, that truck has to be shut off. RAI'd on it. And yeah, that's most likely done. But yeah, Armando running for freestyle. It was peak. It was a great run by him. And speaking of black bodies, we got another one coming out, Shark Fight, Dan Dahlgren. The first show with this brand new body, which looks awesome. Honestly looks a whole lot more sinister when it's nighttime. Little Stend It to start things off. And Dan Dahlgren's been running with 2 Extreme for quite some time now. But Shark Fight was a big deal with this guy. And his driving skill has improved massively with every show that he went to. And last year he got to do his first ever backflip in his career here at Evansville. Nicer over the crush cars. kind of excited to see what he does here tonight. Maybe we'll get to see another one out of Dan. You never know. All I know, he is a big star around the circuit. Like a little popper as well mid-run. Should be nice. Ooh, doesn't really quite get it this time. That rear steer did mess him up, actually, with the alignment. Thankfully, though, it hasn't locked up yet. Kind of going slow with this run right now. Momentum's not as stellar as we would like to see. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if he does go for a backflip, which it looks like he's going to go for right now. Dan Dahlgren going for another backflip here in Evansville. The brand new Shark Bite body. Let's see how it takes. He lands it. Nicely done. Way more cleaner landing than he got last year. And why not do a little celebratory donut right after that? Going into the spin cycle, it looks like. Great run out of Dan Dahlgren. Nice to see right there. A little cyclones going to run. That could be tough to tell, actually. Who might take the lead in the freestyle stuff? That's pretty good. Now we got Dawn Cretan up next, Scarlet Bandit. Long-time veteran. Again, one of the best female drivers, in my opinion, to ever drive a monster truck, especially on the independent circuit. I think the best female driver on the independent circuit. I believe she is getting close to 25 years of driving. I could be wrong about that. It's very close. Maybe just reaching the 20-year mark. I have no idea. All I know is that she is not someone to be overlooked on. This is some nice momentum out of Dawn Cretan. Usually she goes a little bit slower with these freestyles, but she's picking up the pace today, which I'd like to see. Nice to see as well that she still runs the zoomies on that car. You don't really get to see zoomies that often anymore. Little donuts for the run. Nice air. That will be it for her run. Nicely done. And now we have, coming up next, the Abomination right now. Everyone's calling it. Aaron Basil, Miss Overboard. It's an unusual truck pairing as well, obviously. But again, I think the wrecker body couldn't fit on that nightlight chassis, so they had to use a backup plan, and Miss Overboard was the result. And Aaron is now driving Miss Overboard. And Aaron Basil lately has been really been amazing over the independent circuit with the nightlife truck. Obviously, he's in a talented monster truck family, along with his brother Darren, and him driving Blockhead with DCT and whatnot. But those brothers are really, really talented. Aaron's been driving for a long, long time now. And not that long, not as long as his brother Darren. He's been driving for 20 plus years. Aaron might be close to that. But he's had some cool moments over his career. Decent run so far. Aaron Basil about to go for a popper? Maybe? This will be interesting. Never mind. Thought he was. Looks like he's going for a slap wheelie, and he gets it perfectly. Nicely done. Get some donuts in there as well. Not bad. Good job for Aaron Basil. But now we pick up the pace a lot here with Freestyle Foley. Joe Foley in the returning Wrecking Crew. And again, we haven't seen Wrecking Crew in a long, long time. I think it's been since like 2020, I'm pretty sure. It has to be. And look at Joe already. Oh boy, almost got in trouble there. Sets down the truck. Getting a wicked wheelie out of that. But yeah, honestly, Joe Foley fits this truck so well. And honestly, they should bring back Wrecking Crew a whole lot more. Team Green should. There hasn't been really anybody since Steve Kohler, or obviously, you know, Mike Thompson, to really fit this truck as well as anyone could. But Joe Foley should definitely be a guy that should drive Wrecking Crew. This is one of my favorite independent trucks going up. And I'm so glad that they brought it back to Evansville. Awesome. It really is. Joe Foley, obviously, killer run so far. We got to see Kermit in the back of that truck, along for the ride. Ooh, a wicked turnaround. Look at him over the cars. That was the biggest jump off of that the whole night. I mean, as you can see with how this freestyle goes, he doesn't give a damn how far he sends that thing. Obviously running the Avenger 2 chassis, which is close to 20 years old now. It's amazing how long it's been, and it's still holding up after all these years. Just shows you the type of specialty that Team Screen has, especially with Jim Kohler building that chassis back in 2008. So, it's incredible to see how that chassis is still holding up after all the abuse that it's been through. Especially with Joe Foley running it nowadays. Here comes Daniel Ames, Culture Shock. The husband of Brittany Ames, obviously, who just did her first ever backflip in her monster truck career and landed it. And I don't know if Daniel has done one. Probably not. So if we get to see a backflip out of Culture Shock tonight as well, that'll just make this whole experience better for them. And now Daniel was up here last year. Culture Shock was, but Daniel wasn't. Preston Perez, I believe, drove Culture Shock here last year. And I think a Ford body was run as well. But I see now that a Dodge body, it looks like that it's running. And obviously, no, this is the same chassis. Haven't really seen much of this guy drive. This is the first time I'm seeing it ever, video-wise, so I have no idea what he's gonna do. Oh no! Goes for the cars a little bit too big, and the wheel, the spindle knocks itself off. Yikes. That's an easy fix though, no worry, they'll come back for show 2. Devin Jones now comes out in Crusheroo, the Kangaroo monster truck. Now, Devin Jones is a freestyler in his own right. Would not be surprised if this truck rolls over in this run. One of the best independent guys out there, out of Miami, Oklahoma, where arguably the best independent show is run. 2 shows as well. And he gets to run that show every year, obviously being the hometown hero in that area. What is this kid doing here? He doesn't even have it on the video. He has it on the camera. I don't know. Hopefully he does get some good photos. But he was kind of in a way there. Nice momentum so far out of Devin Jones in this run so far. This truck as well is growing on me for every show that's going through. He's going for a backflip. Devin Jones, he has done these before. Not that much though. But this time, that was honestly the most perfect backflip that I've seen out of Devin Jones. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's ever landed it that cleanly before, ever. So that was amazing for Devin. Hopefully he carries that momentum going through. Nice air. He will end his run there. Good run. Oklahoma native celebrating. You can see him. He's very hyped about that run. And I would be too. Very good run. And look at Corey Kinel out of the gate. There was some sparks coming off the front there. Jekyll and Hyde. Going out in hopefully not its last show of its existence. Corey's going crazy right now. And he's a very young talent too. I believe he's only 20 years old. Or 21. But he's very young and he's got a lot of talent to carry around. Nice air. He is going crazy right now though. Just love to see. I mean, look at him go. Huge air over the crush cars. This might be the craziest I've ever seen Corey Kinel go in a freestyle. Sends it over the big stuff. Oh, it goes back over. Wicked sky wheelie. Got a little slap wheelie on there as well. This is nice so far. This is definitely looking forward to take lead. You can see those brakes are hot as hell right now. He is just putting that truck to its limits. And now he's going to try for a popper. And he gets it. Oh, a little turnaround there, a little twisty Rooney. Getting on one wheel for the time being. Look at Corey go though. He's got perfect balance on that thing. This is a great run that I'm seeing on Corey. And the brakes are on fire. Now we can see it. And is he going for a backflip? I've never seen Corey do a backflip before. He goes for it. He lands it. Just like Brittany on the nose, but he lands it. I believe that was his first backflip in his career. And why not? Put it into some cyclones. Corey Kinel with the run of his life. That was honestly the best run I've ever seen out of him. Great run. That definitely is lead right there. No doubt about it. That was amazing. I cannot wait to see him drive Iron Outlaw next week. Now we have Jeremiah Paris in the original Kingston truck. The mud truck design, and he starts off with some big air. This guy has been recently coming up as well. I believe this is the latest pickup from him. They've gotten to it. This is the first time I'm seeing Jeremiah drive at all in any show. So I have no idea what he has, but he can't hold popper, so I'm assuming that he's a good driver. Brakes are hot on fire, and hopefully I do get to see this guy next week. He's one of the drivers that is coming by my area next week. Hopefully I do get to go to that show. I do want to see this guy going. And it's the best tour that comes around in my area too. So I mean, kind of happy. The party's having a great run, just like Corey did, bringing the heat to the table right now. His brakes are on fire. His brakes are really on fire there. Kind of got to back it up a little bit. But I mean, look at the rear. It's Sparky, holy cow. They're going like 20 feet in the air. Nice air. Okay, it's like, oh, a wild landing as well. You can see how high those sparks are going in the air. It's kind of like busting loose in that one show way back when. Kind of what it's reminding me of right now. Jeremiah's about to go for another popper. Gets it. Walks it back. Ooh, almost a little too much momentum there. Does have the awareness, though, to stop. But look at all those sparks in the back. The whole pyro show that Evansville is getting right now. And why not get some wicked cyclones in there as well? Good run out of King Slade. Don't think it's going to take the lead from Jekyll and Hyde. But this guy certainly can. Chris Kohler is now out onto the track with Mayhem. Again, as I mentioned before, coming off of the best season of his entire career. Maybe the best season that we have seen out of any independent driver in point series wise, as he was the first ever independent driver to finish top 3 in the stadium, which is frankly unfathomable to think about, as I never thought Chris Kohler would be able to get up to the podium spot whatsoever, but he did. He really did. He really showed out this year. This was honestly a breakout season for him. Mayhem truck. One of the fastest improvements that we've seen out of anybody. He's going for the backflip already. Why not? Chris Kohler, ooh, hard in the rear. Does land it. The truck's not broken. And look at that. Goes right into the next obstacle, too. We get so many wicked airtime moments as well. Chris Kohler. He should have won Extreme Air this year, in my opinion. Obviously, the rewards in Monster Jam don't really matter anymore, to be honest. It's kind of rigged. Good run though to Mayhem. I don't know if it's going to take the lead, honestly, though. I think Jekyll and Hyde was way better than this. Golden Art and Black Pearl is next. So let's see what he can do. And thought he had Bruce Steer locked up right out of the gate. That wasn't bad. Again, still rocking out that World Finals body from last week as well. And decides to bring back the Escalade as well. Which last time he did bring the Escalade out for the first time at SoFi, it was terrible. Not to say that the body was bad, but I mean, it could have been better. There was not a lot of good reactions for that body. And then the Escalade came back, and now we have a little patriotic design. Oh my goodness! Wicked over those crust stars. Thought he was going to break something. He did not. Yeah, this body looks way better. Yes, and looks like Cole's going for a backflip. Black Pearl, Evansville goes for it. Oh, he doesn't land it. The first failed backflip attempt of the night. Goes on his right side and rolls it over. And the body does work yet again. Good forward adventure. Again, going for another popper.
does it, I feel like you should do some training over there. Kind of like how that Packney really did. I think him could do that a lot for the tournament. Honestly, it would really help a lot. How Matt Pagliarulo is doing his conference, it shows. Matt Pagliarulo can now hold conference. Honestly, I think Jim could do the same thing. That truck going that crazy. Smart for the arguably the most iconic freestyle. He's a two-time oh, the rough shuts are. That's not good. Okay, thankfully it does refire. That would have been bad if we had to see the two-time freestyle champion go out like that. Oh, yeah, no. Motor dies on him. Yeah, that's not looking good for Avenger. And right out of the gate again, Zach Donner goes for a little popper. Walks it out a little bit. Wild side. Now comes out for his freestyle here at Evansville. And, bringing back the regular C10 body as well. And the World Finals body that he had. A lot of mixed reactions. I like it personally. Not really many people don't like it. I think it looks really nice. Nice slap, really. This guy can't freestyle it. Honestly, gets the biggest air out of it. And you put Chris Kohler up there, like I said earlier, but Zach might go over him top to top. I mean, just like that right there. Big crush car jump. We're getting to see, hopefully in the future, now the two-time world champion, hopefully 3-time in the future. Because again, he would be the first independent to do that. Zach has so much to live up to as being one of the greatest of all time. And no doubt about it, he's climbing up those ranks. Great run so far. The momentum that he is carrying. This is nice. Nice air as well. Zach Donner, wild side for the backflip. And he's got. Can he land it? Oh, way too much momentum. Over rotates it. Can he save it? Oh, the truck shuts off on him. What were they doing? Should have let him keep going. He would have had that lead. Fortunately, his butt ends like that. Still a killer run though on the offside. As I believe this is the final truck out of freestyle. Jimmy Creighton gets to close out freestyle, the bounty hunter. Captain of Food Stream. For a little hopper. Good run, nicely done. Walks it good distance as well. Beautiful. Beautiful out of Bounty Hunter. Nicely done, Jim Creighton. I don't know if you would do that though for freestyle. Try to have to pick it up a little bit after that. Bounty Hunter last year celebrating 30 years of kind of freestyle. Jim Creighton's one of the greatest about it. No doubt about it. He is my favorite independent driver ever do it. I've looked up to Jim Creighton a lot. Never got to see him, but again, next week when Two Extreme comes by to my area, hopefully I'll get to see Jim Creighton for myself. I mean, they're having a good run so far. Nice over the crush cars. Big hop on the rear, you can see it right there. And again, the brakes went on fire, and he almost ran into one of those construction vehicles. That would have been a bad thing to control about, and I think he's broken. I think one of his rear axles gave out no, the whole rear actually is not working anymore. He is now in two-wheel drive, or only front-wheel drive, I should say. And that is not good. And I think he's going to end his run right there, and I think that will be... Well, that was it for the first show of Evansville, and my first ever commentary running here on this channel. And again, I'm going to be doing these for the time being now, just to hopefully get some traction maybe, but see what you guys think about it. I'm going to be doing show 2 tomorrow when it comes out, so that would be great. But again, leave your guys' suggestions of what other events I should do in the comments, specifically retro-wise, and let me know, again, let me know what suggestions that I should do. And other than that, that's about it. Again, credit to Monster Truck Media for this video, and I'll probably get to use his show 2 video tomorrow. But that will be it from me. I will see you guys in the next one.